For the last couple of days, our Gospel at Mass has been taken from the Last Supper account in the Gospel of John. We continue reflecting on John, but today the scene shifts. It shifts to an event that took place after the resurrection. The episode described in the Gospel for today took place around a charcoal fire. Now, John only mentions 2 such fires in his Gospel. Around the first one, Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Around the second, a reversal occurs. Peter declares his love for our Lord 3 times. In the English translation, the Lord asked Peter simply, "Do you love me?" And Peter answers, "Yes, Lord, you know I love you." But biblical scholars point out that when you look at the Greek text, Peter does not respond exactly to the question our Lord asked. Greek has several words to express different levels of affection. C.S. Lewis identifies 4 of them. There is storge, or affection. There is eros, the love that unites a couple in marriage. There is philia, or friendship. And then there is agape, generous, self-giving love. When our Lord says to Peter, "Do you love me?" John uses the word agape. Our Lord essentially asked Peter if he was willing to risk everything for him, to love him above everything else. But when Peter responds, "Yes, I love you," John uses the word philia. In other words, I admire you, accept you as a friend. The Lord asks for agape love, the highest love, that type of love where we love God above all things. Peter does not answer with agape love. He replies that he loves the Lord in a brotherly way. My friends, how can we characterize our relationship with Christ? Is it only one of admiration, or is it something more? If Jesus was to ask us, "Do you love me?" what would our response be? The question our Lord put to Peter is a question that is asked personally of each of us. Do you love me more than these? Do you love me more than your possessions, more than your accomplishments, more than your achievements? Do you love me more than these? 3 times our Lord asked Peter if he loves him. And 3 times Peter responds yes. And 3 times Peter is challenged to do something. What is being emphasized is the fact that the words of love must be matched by a life of love. Peter's love for our Lord, and ours for that matter, will be evidenced not so much in our words, but in our care for others. Our Lord gives 2 commands to Peter in today's gospel. He tells him to take care of his sheep, to feed and tend them. The second command he gives to Peter is one that Peter received at the beginning of his encounter with Christ on the shore of Galilee. It's more an invitation than a command. Follow me. My friends, that invitation is extended to us as well. Follow me. Reflecting on today's gospel, I'm reminded of the words of a popular hymn. Softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling for you and for me. See, on the portals, he's waiting and watching for you and for me. Come home. You who are weary, come home. My friends, when we receive the invitation of our Lord to follow him, may we ask for the grace to do so.